All right, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing a beer from Evil Twin Brewing, and they are headquartered in Brooklyn, New York, and this is their, excuse me, do you speak French toast? So they're calling this one an Imperial Stout with a maple syrup and cinnamon added. Comes in at 13% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed in time of review. I don't know exactly how old this can is because it just showed up. It does not have a canned on date, but I would say it's relatively fresh. I believe they just sent these out this year, so probably no older than 6 weeks on this can, and it shouldn't matter too much. I mean, sure, if it was like 6 months or older, maybe, you know, the adjuncts die out or whatever, but I don't think this is older than 6 weeks old. So anyway, yeah, I mean, pretty much speaks for itself. Imperial Stout with maple syrup and cinnamon. Do you speak French toast? Going for like a French toast Imperial Stout? Sure. So I haven't reviewed anything from Evil Twin in a while. Saw this one, looked kind of interesting, so I grabbed it. And here we are. So let's give it a pour here. Yeah, that looks like straight up maple syrup, motor oil, molasses. We're just going to go about halfway. That looks crazy. Like, that might be one of the darkest beers that I have poured in a long time. It looked like straight up just motor oil. Pitch black. Yeah, it's pitch black. There's about a half finger of this dark, deep dark brown colored head. It looked quite creamy as I was pouring it. Let's try to get a head here. Yeah, there's sheets of, they're not alcohol legs, alcohol sheets on the glass. 13%, you kind of expect that. That looks, if you're talking about 13% Imperial Stout, yeah, this is it. What the fuck? Getting like black licorice. Deep roasted malts. Dark fruits now, like figs, dates, raisins, things of that nature. Getting like the base Imperial Stout more than the adjuncts. I'm not even really getting the maple syrup or the cinnamon. A little bit of cinnamon there now as it's opening up. Now, this is not that cold. This has been out of the fridge for close to an hour. But yeah, deeply roasted malts. A little bit of like super dark chocolate, like 70-80% cacao bar, like a super bittering chocolate. Those dark fruits I'm talking about, raisins, figs, dates. Definitely black licorice. Yeah, black licorice might be like one of the more predominant notes in the nose here. So does this smell good? Yeah, it really does. Does it smell like a French toast Imperial Stout? Not in the least. I'm not getting the maple syrup. I'm not even getting like an unrefined kind of maple syrup where you just get the maple syrup like kind of character. More that happens more in the taste, but even in the nose, like I'm not even getting the sweetness from the maple syrup. This does not have big sweet qualities in the nose. It's more roasted and bittering. Yeah, so it doesn't smell like French toast, but it smells like a really good Imperial Stout, so let's get into it. Cheers, everyone. It's really nice, but yeah, I'm always honest with you guys when it comes to these reviews, and I'm not getting the maple syrup. Touch of cinnamon, but I wouldn't even necessarily say cinnamon. It's like a nondescript kind of just like spice component. Like, yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say cinnamon, but it's a good beer. I like the base stout. So body on this one, lower side of full, medium. Lower side of full to like, say low to medium full. So like not full body, but like lower side of full body. So 13%, it is a bit thin. I was thinking this is going to be chewy and thick and viscous, and it's really not, but it's still sirens again. So just shout out to a good friend of mine, a fellow beer tuber, Chris over at Off the 10th. Woo, woo, it's the beer patrol. Yeah, whatever. It's going by right now. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a fire truck. So if you hear it, I apologize. Yeah, but the Imperial Stout's really nice, though. So again, go back to the body. Lower side of full body. The mouthfeel, somewhat soft and smooth. More carbonation than I anticipated from a 13% beer like this. I like them to be a little bit more undercarbonated. So body's okay. Mouthfeel's okay. The taste, it's a really nice, like, I don't know how many times I can say this, but really nice just base Imperial Stout. Deep, dark chocolate. A touch sweeter in the taste than it was in the nose. Molasses, like a nice sweet molasses. Black licorice doesn't carry over as much from the nose, but it's definitely there a little bit. And then those dark fruits, like more of a raisin kind of taste in the glass, more so than the figs and dates I was getting in the nose. A little bit of like a sweet black cherry as well. That's all right up front. That all hits you, big malt component. And then mid-palate, that drying, almost cinnamon character hits. And then continues on to the back of the palate, dries out to a semi-dry finish. Really no bitterness to speak of. This is not cloying because that cinnamon dryness and probably just the dryness from the alcohol is really nice. Here's the thing. In the taste, this does not taste 13%. This tastes like it's about 8 or 9. Hides the alcohol extremely well. I'm getting a little bit of warming into the chest, into the stomach, but on the palate, no way. So I'm almost going to give this 2 ratings because I feel like I need to when a beer is like this. The name of the beer is, do you speak French toast? And the ingredients are maple syrup and cinnamon into an Imperial Stout. So you're telling me right from the get-go, you're doing a French toast Imperial Stout. So if I was rating this on a French toast Imperial Stout, I'd give it a 2.75 out of 5. I don't get the maple, and I only get a little bit of the cinnamon. This in no way replicates, to my palate, a French toast beer of any kind. So I just passed it over 2.5. 2.5 out of 5 is pretty much where, for me is like I'm just passing it. Anything on a 2.5, I would not drink. So I'm giving it a pass from that aspect because I do get some of the cinnamon, but French toast, no way. Now, if I'm just rating it, how I typically do on my channel, which is how much I enjoy this beer, I think the body and mouthfeel are okay, subpar to some degree. I'm not getting any of the maple syrup, which I really wanted. The cinnamon's there somewhat, but I really like the base Imperial Stout, and I think it hides the alcohol extremely well. So, there's some pros, there's some cons. At the end of the day, it's good. I'm going to drink the rest of this, and I think I'm going to enjoy it. So I'm going to give, do you speak French toast from Evil Twin, a low 4 out of 5. I'm going to go 3.95 out of 5. I think that's a fair score for this. Like I said, the base, if this had a different name on it and it didn't have the adjuncts and it's just like, here's a big 13% Imperial Stout, I'd say it's a 4 out of 5. I really like it. But at the end of the day, you're adding in all those ingredients, and by all those, it just be maple syrup and cinnamon. You're telling me it's supposed to be a French toast beer, and I'm really not getting it. Now, there might be some people out there that are like, no, I totally get the maple syrup for sure. I get the cinnamon, French toast vibes, the whole 9, and that's why I do these reviews, and that's why I love to hear from people. So if you've had this before, let me know what you think about it. Post in the comment section. For me, it didn't nail what it said it was going for, but I still think it's a pretty good beer. So 3.95 out of 5 for this beer. Price and availability, I have no idea on the availability. If you see Evil Twin, you probably should see this beer at some point, or maybe you already have. And price point, $5.59 for that can. I don't think they were selling them in 4-packs, but if they did, probably $22 a 4-pack. I would not pay $5.59 for that can. This is more like the $4 range for me, just based on what I'm tasting. Sure, 13%, big Imperial Stout, maple syrup and cinnamon. It's probably, value-wise, it's fine. But like for what I'm tasting and the quality, probably a $4 can at most. So yeah, anyway, as you can see, I'm kind of disappointed in this one just because I bought this one based on the fact that it says French toast on it, maple syrup and cinnamon, and I'm getting no maple syrup. I'm not even getting unrefined maple syrup, like the maple syrup character without the sweetness. I'm not getting anything in the taste that would resemble maple syrup to my palate. Then again, my palate is incredibly stupid, so maybe it's just one of those days where it's kind of off, but I don't know. Hopefully somebody out there has had this one before, and you chime in the comment section to make me feel better about myself. Anyway, I'm done with this one. Appreciate everybody stopping by. To the next one, cheers.